guys, I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. Morning Dave for some. Welcome back to the Rude Customer Podcast. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day.
I know, it's way too early.
No, you know who it's not too early for?
Who?
Rude customers.
Oh,
Come
really?
on, perk up, Missy.
I know.
See, this is the morning Dave she really hates. The morning Dave that gets up like at 6:45 and gets the energy ball going.
Early. We were watching Freddy Krueger last night, but
Yeah. I fell asleep like at the right time.
but you know who doesn't care about Freddy Krueger?
Who?
Rude customers.
Rude customers.
So the first on our list is a DoorDash driver who confronts a lying customer. And I just want to state one thing before we press play. Uber is the way to go, guys. I mean, I'm not trying to bash DoorDash or bash Grubhub, but the reality is that I have driven over 3,000 Uber Eats trips, and even if a customer has stated, oh, they never got their food or whatever the case may be, I have never been penalized for it. I've been such a, you know what I mean? I've always done like the most I could to bring the food to the person, but I've never experienced this after driving with Uber Eats 3,000 trips. So, just saying, that sounds like the way to go.
You're also really good at your job, though. Like, whatever you do, you take care. Like, you really do.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just feel like we see too many of this to where I'm like, why did this never happen to me? And I think it's because I was driving with Uber Eats.
Possible. But my point was, you're a tough standard sometimes. Like, you're really exceptional sometimes.
Oh, like go to the door and stuff like that.
Yeah, you go above and beyond. I'm not saying that everyone doesn't do it, but we damn know that everyone doesn't do it. So
for sure.
Not everybody. Oh, by the way, while you're queuing that up, Robert Englund is finally, the guy who played Freddy Krueger, is finally getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this year. I saw it the other day. A little interesting of note around the water cooler for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ordered some food here a couple days ago from DoorDash.
What?
From Dunkin' Donuts.
I don't know how to order it.
Yeah. And you ordered the food here, and then you called and said you didn't get the food.
Did you give it to me, the food?
The lady said she accepted it. She knows who you are, and she accepted the food.
Okay.
And then you called DoorDash and reported that you didn't get your.
Okay.
Okay.
So
This is my world, by the way.
So for me, if like on the app, it will say, at least for Uber Eats, I don't know about DoorDash, hand it to me. Now, if I'm handing it to a person, it doesn't fully sit right with me because I didn't hand it to the person that ordered the food. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how you'll go downstairs for me? If I was a driver, I would never hand it to you.
Really?
Never, no, because that's not who it says to. Now, if I'm on the phone with the person and they say, oh, you can hand it to my boyfriend, he's coming downstairs now, I'm okay with that.
Well, a lot of the time, not a lot of the time, I'll say 40% of the time I'll get a, who is this for? And your name's unique. So sometimes I'll just beat them. I'll just be like, it's for Blossom. Because, or my favorite is, I know I don't look like a Blossom, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've said that multiple times. I love that one. But this is a bodega. Say it with me at home, kids. Bodega. And bodegas operate a certain way. It's called Wild West rules. And so this guy, I think this might be an honest mistake. This might be an honest mistake that this lady accepted this man's food and that she didn't work there.
I don't know. We will have to see because I don't.
This has happened. When I used to hang out at this bodega. I kind of semi-worked there. And this exact thing happened. Mm-hmm. The people out front who he usually hangs out with was right there when the DoorDash came, and DoorDash straight up just gave it to these people because they said they were going to take it inside to him.
Oh.
And what do you do in that situation? Who do you report to? You have to report it to DoorDash because this guy didn't follow correct protocol. He didn't give it to exactly the right person. But here's an easy solution. Why are PINs not automatic mandatory? Why are PIN numbers? We get it sometimes on Uber Eats, but not all the time.
And I think, well, we get it sometimes, I think, because it depends, at least when it comes to Uber Eats, it depends on how much the order is.
Really?
Yeah, because
I
I've
didn't know that.
noticed or it depends on how, if I stated I didn't get my food like at this location, or if you know what I mean? It'll do it
Okay.
not
It's just,
randomly,
it
but
seemed kind of
in certain
semi-randomly,
situations.
yeah.
Yes, but I did notice that one correlation was the cost of the food, like if it's above a certain amount.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I do think DoorDash and every single delivery driver service should start just what's the PIN number, because no rando is going to take your food if they don't have the PIN number. So
Yeah, bodegas are a sketch place. So, I'm just saying, yeah, this happens.
Yeah, because the DoorDash messes up my orders every now and then.
No, you gave the wrong address.
No, I did not. It's
Yeah,
not the first time that has happened. Also, who are you?
I'm the driver
How are you able to get here and talk to me about
because I delivered the food here, and then I got noticed that my job is put at risk. I'm going to get fired because they said I didn't deliver your food when I did deliver your food.
DoorDash always does it. I've put in multiple complaints on that. They did it again. But every time I put down my address, automatically it changes it to a fault address, and every time I don't get my food. And this keeps on happening over and over. This is not my first complaint.
Yeah, but the food got delivered,
Not to me though.
but to the address that you had on file.
Not the one on file. Not the one that I ordered to.
Yeah, because then immediately you changed the address, and and reordered the food, and I had delivered it to your home address.
I ordered it twice.
Right, because you ordered it here, realized the mistake, then
I
you
did not realize the mistake. It is the computers.
No. So why did
Also,
you?
why are we talking? Why are we talking?
We're
Does your
talking
company
because
know-
I'm going to lose my
does your
job.
company know that you're
This is not good. This guy, I'm just saying, I hate to trash the worker here, but this dude is being fired. You can't confront like this. This has to be against.
that is true. You can't
has to be against the
confront.
terms of services. Has to be. You
Obviously.
cannot go back and do this.
But-
what if he gets shot?
yes,
This is you're confronting a hood bodega. We know Hood Starter Pack. That's a hood bodega. This dude is insane for going there, and it's a mistake
and
to do.
what
It's
I'd like
very
to
sketchy.
add
Sorry,
is
guys.
that I feel like the guy had said that he ordered it twice. So this man now knows his home address.
Scary.
And that's very that makes me feel very uncomfortable because I don't know how I feel about someone walking into my work and then being like, well, you ordered it twice and this time you changed your address to your home address. So that is very concerning. And now this man, if he was scared or fearful of becoming fired, he definitely is fired after this video.
Has to be.
And the
Has to
fact
be.
that he's recording his own mistakes, like you just admitted that you didn't even hand deliver it to him.
Right.
Now, there's other people, like there's other videos where we watch and you can see that either the food is still at their door or they hand delivered it to that person. This individual is admitting that he never even handed it to him. So
Yeah, he sounds shaky. The video is off center. I mean, he's got him at a tilt. I'm just saying, this guy is having a bad day. And I think it's gonna cost him.
apply to Uber Eats.
Yeah, no, don't. This dude isn't. This dude ain't gonna be able to apply to nothing. This is a really bad resume.
talk to me?
It doesn't matter. I'm getting fired
Why are you getting fired?
because they're saying I didn't deliver your food.
I also put it down every time. Why? What happened? You should check my history on it. How many times I put down the complaint of when I have not gotten my food.
Wait, this is even worse.
Why?
I think he's already been fired. I think he says I'm getting fired. I think the mistake's already happened. I think they've already notified him. That's even worse because he had access to all that information. This is a bad mishandling.
Ooh.
This is bad. Ooh, I don't know. I can't say for certain that's what happened there, but
And it's kind of scary too because you notice how back then we were told, you shouldn't. This whole system of getting into a stranger's car and not really knowing, you know what I mean?
Still
And I
new.
mean, a lot of the delivery drivers here, they're never actually it's like fraudulent. They're never actually the person that is delivering my food.
Yep.
Like yesterday I saw
Oh.
a female.
all the time.
Yeah. I saw a female. She's like this older lady, looks to be like 70-year-old lady on the app. And then the person who delivers off my food is this kid, a Hispanic kid. And I'm like, so was that your mom, your grandma? I don't know. But it's just, You know what I mean?
And sometimes it says they're on bikes. They're not on bikes. It's crazy. I mean, say what you want about the old taxi system. And when I say it's new, this is new, this Uber, this personalized car stuff, that's new. Say what you want about the taxi system. You can look at that medallion and know. You know, that was the difference. Maybe you didn't like the experience. Maybe they overcharged. All that's true. But you knew you were fairly safe in taxis. Fairly. As safe as you can be. There's dispatch offices. There's control.
Yeah.
This is only semi-controlled. Uber Eats is Uber and all this. It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, I think the rude customer here, now that I'm watching this, mind you, this is a video that got chosen at like sleepy time.
It's a great video.
And I think the rude customer here is definitely this DoorDash driver because, I mean, how dare you at this point? It's ridiculous. Just find another job. Go sign up for Instacart.
You can't give in to anger like this. Like he's angry, he's upset, he's emotional. This isn't the way. This isn't the look.
And now you're harassing him.
Yeah, this is bad.
Then you immediately called and made a new delivery to your other address.
Because I'm always waiting for food and I don't have much time to wait on food. And I waited an hour already for that food and then the next food came in and got delivered. I don't understand the issue with me here.
The
How do you
issue,
want me to help you?
I'd like you to call DoorDash and let them know that you did get food delivered
I did not
here.
get the food delivered. I got it at the wrong address.
You ordered it to the the other
Okay,
address.
I am the judge of where I am ordering it. Your company and I deal it together, right? Your company and I had a talk. They were like, it is our fault. We're giving you the money back for it. I am done now. Why are we talking?
Because I have a contract violation now, and they put it on me. They blamed me for the mistake.
Well,
Said I
that's
never
not your
delivered the
mistake,
food.
It's their mistake.
Well, then you should call them and let them
It's not
know.
my fault. I'm settled, sir.
So you're settled.
I'm settled with them.
Okay.
I'm settled. I'm very
That's
much
how you
settled
feel.
with
You don't care about that. I lose my
Let me
job.
take my customer real quick, and then
You
I'll
don't
talk
care
to
that.
you more.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
have fun with your free food and DoorDash and everything.
You don't want to talk?
I'm trying to talk. You don't want to talk.
I just told you to wait for some time till I can handle my business.
Are you wearing is that a camera?
Yeah.
Oh, am I on the file for this?
No.
Are you recording me without my consent?
Yes.
I don't want to talk to you. Please leave my store.
Okay. Well, have fun with your free food and your fake DoorDash complaint.
This is a bigger problem, especially if this is a store owner. This guy might be in actual trouble here. This is stupid harassment, and he's 100% in the wrong. 100% in the wrong here. He didn't verify who he gave the food to. You have to verify who you give the food to in this situation. And if you did that, this would not be happening. I get wrong address. When you go, you don't give them the food. You contact the customer.
This is the guy's fault. You know, the more I thought I was looking at a liar here, I thought this guy was a liar, but the reality is maybe this is a lesson learned to the DoorDash driver, you know, next time when someone is like, hey, and that's the thing too, there's communication.
Yeah.
There's, hey, should I deliver this to this person that's here? You know, so this is completely your fault, dude.
And we're neurotic. We look at when we get our deliveries, we look at it, you know, we contact, we see if we get the 8-minute timer, you know, like we know. Yeah.
What do you mean the 8-minute timer?
Yeah, 8 minutes. You get that little notification. 8-minute clock is running. You never see that?
Maybe.
Yeah, once or twice.
Jeez. Next on our list is we have a Tim Hortons customer. Drinks half of the coffee and wants a free refill.
Don't we all?
That's the life.
Right?
Arguing with me that I drank half of it, that's why he's gonna give me less?
Yeah.
I said medium. So that means it's reasonable?
Yeah. Okay.
You're saying that it's a medium
you
coffee?
drank some and then he filled it back up. That means you already drank some.
So just fill that cup up again. Who cares? Why giving me a
You already
medium?
drank some, so why are you making such a
just
big deal
fill,
about it?
just fill the same cup again.
Go to a different location.
Just fill the cup again.
I can't. Just please. I'm reserving your. I'm reserving your.
Just fill that
I'm
cup again.
refusing your service.
Just fill that cup again.
I'm refusing your service.
Just fill that cup again.
I'm your.
Every day.
Okay.
He took his coffee.
He did. And so here's the thing. I have two thoughts about this. One, this looks like it's just because they're using the terms refill. This looks like this is literally just a little button where you refill the black coffee, right? And two, the fact that he took his coffee to me tells me that there is way much more going on here. Because one, why wouldn't you just, even if the customer was in the wrong, why wouldn't you just refill the coffee?
Right.
And then two, now you've taken the coffee that, hi Ollie.
I was like, he's over here. He's rubbing on me like crazy.
Hi Ollie.
He really wants attention right now. He's like, what about you?
I
You
know.
got pets from me. He's like, hey, how you doing over there?
Shoot. Oh wait, two, if you're taking away his coffee that he already paid for, something else is going on.
Yeah, try to take my coffee, yo.
But I'm not a huge fan in these situations where the staff, they then take away that person's Taco Bell, they take away that person that they have already paid for, because then that's theft. Kind of.
Yeah,
right?
it causes a much deeper problem.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Define it however you want, but it definitely causes a deeper problem. You're creating more conflict, more rope for them to grab onto.
Yeah.
And that's what you always want to try not to do in either situation, whether you're the customer or the employee. Don't give the other side more rope. It's a tug of war. Do not give them more rope to grab onto.
Right.
That's it.
Every day I
I will
come
call
here.
the police if you don't leave now.
They call police. Every day I come here, buy the breakfast.
It's a $2 coffee.
It's a $2 coffee. Why arguing on it?
Why are you arguing about?
I'm saying just get the coffee and that's it.
Okay, just go and then that's it.
So,
It's the
so
same
you're
thing.
not gonna give me the coffee.
Coffee, calm down.
So you're not gonna give me the coffee.
No, we're not giving you the
I'm gonna have
coffee.
to
Leave.
politely ask you to leave.
So you're not gonna give me the coffee because it's a.
I'm
We're
refusing
not
your
giving you the
service. I'm
coffee.
asking
He already
you to
refused
leave.
your service, and then you told him to call the cops.
See, real quick, now they shouldn't have done that, because now they made his whole argument now switch to, you're not going to give me my coffee. You're not going to give me my coffee. This is what no one wanted, because now you're giving him, like you said, a reason to outrage.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what's really annoying here is because they can say refuse a service. They think that they got a term here. This is young people using a term that they think is really heavy. But the problem is, to refuse service, you also have to return the money that they already gave you. That's refusing service. What you're doing is using a term to justify taking his shit,
And he already paid for it.
which he paid for.
And guys, the
And he's a jerk.
employees, staff members, he's a rude customer, because you can't come back to an establishment, ask for a refill after already drinking half of your coffee.
Right.
That's ridiculous. But with that being said, just give him back his coffee.
This is a beautiful situation where everyone's a little wrong here.
Yeah.
But they definitely went more wrong. Look, people go into coffee places and try to, get refills.
Can you tell him to get down?
Ollie, down. Hey, get down. Ollie.
Ollie!
Hey! Down. Jeez, he is on something today.
I know.
He bit my foot. He was playing, doing the play bite thing. He grabbed my foot at one point.
Sorry, y'all. Like, I explained this in an Instagram stories the other day. I am not for cats. If there's anything I had to choose, I am not for cats being in the kitchen, on the kitchen counters, anywhere near the kitchen. Because guess where they go? They go in their litter, and then that litter travels. So if you're one of those people, and I do have friends that do this, sorry, not sorry. But, the reality is that I can't live like that. So
Yeah, if I had to change, you have to change. I have no sympathy for any of you. You have no idea. This cat has boundaries now.
Yes, because this is why I can't go to people's house, because at least if someone came over here, we can tell them we wipe down the counters. This cat is
He is on
he
something
is climbing
today.
up the whole dude.
Ollie!
He's all the way up. He's all the way up there.
He's through the blinds, up the window. He's
my God.
through the blinds, up the window.
Oh, okay. Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Wow. I'm sorry, guys.
Yes.
Wow. This is abnormal. This is something he typically does not do during filming.
If you hear any noises, that's Ollie.
And all those crinkles, that's him through the blinds.
You can leave now.
So you can call the cops.
Why?
This is very bad behavior for a customer who's coming here for the past 4 years.
We asked you to leave.
For 4 years.
4 years? Yeah, I don't care.
Every day.
I do not care.
I see you on the window as well. I see you on the window every day as well.
Really? I could kill him.
No, that's not the right attitude. That's
We're
not
asking you to leave.
That's not the right attitude.
Your service.
That's not the right attitude. Believe me on this. That's not the right attitude.
You're legally not allowed to be here.
That's not your property. That's Wendy's as well.
Just call the police.
Yeah, just call the police as well. For a $2 coffee, they're not refilling it again. Because they gave me less quantity, I came back all the way, and the customer is upset as well because he had to come all the way back. Think about it. Is that even, is that ethical?
Different Tim Hortons.
Is that ethical? Is that, you are saying it's ethical?
Is it ethical to
Be a little bit more,
right now?
be a little bit more empathetic about, let's say we bought a coffee, we have 3 kids in the car, and I cannot stop everywhere around, right? So I came all the way back, and while going home.
Could have went to a closer Tim Hortons.
While going back home, I came back just to stop at the coffee. I took a U-turn. Now I'm asking for it, and you are saying for that coffee, just the French vanilla. It's not even a, let's say, ice cap or something.
Simply by your attitude, we will not be
Simply by, because attitude changed, because they gave me a small cup and said that I drank some of it. That's why.
You drank some, so that's reasonable. If you drank some, he's gonna fill back up.
Did he check how much was it before they gave me?
Yes, he did.
Man, it was 2-3 hours ago. You remember how much you poured it in the cup?
Yeah.
You do?
Why did you come back 2-3 hours ago?
So, because I was stopping by to go.
Okay, they're annoying too, because why are we even arguing over just fill the goddamn coffee?
Right.
Just fill it. Like,
Ooh, don't take the Lord's name in vain. The comment's going to call you out again.
just fill the coffee though. Just fill the coffee.
The guy, you know, we didn't realize, and it might be because the titling and stuff, but he's having a complaint. We don't know that he drank the coffee. He probably did, but I don't know. He came all the way back. That's kind of, it's not exactly sketch. I could see, especially if you've been going there 4 years, maybe somebody's told him he could do this in the past. Like, look, sure you did this time. Come back and fill you up, because it's nothing. Coffee is by far some of the best margins you have in a grocery store, bodega, coffee. I mean, regular coffee, you charge $2-3 for that, and it's nothing on the cup. It's nothing.
Which is why it annoys me. Like, why are they giving this dude such a hard time when you could just refill the cup and send him on his merry goddamn way?
Yep.
Just send him on his. So this is frustrating to watch, because now this kid, it's more ego. It's more of who's right. It's more of, this has nothing to do with actual Tim Hortons anymore. This Tim Hortons wasn't a thought like 5 minutes ago. So yeah, these people are annoying too.
Sometimes you got to play for the name on your chest, not the one on the back of your sweater. Okay.
What?
If you know, you know. No, I mean, like, you got to be a corporate guy sometimes. You got to be a company man. You got to you got to think about the business of which you are in. You work for a coffee place. Serve the man the coffee. Get the F out. Stop thinking about yourself. The name on the back of your jersey doesn't matter as much as the name on the front. It's a good sports term.
Okay.
So do you think I would cheat for a $2 coffee? I would come.
Okay, why are you still here then? It's $2, go.
You
Okay. So if it's been 2 to 3 hours.
almost half of my age.
Okay.
So you are not respecting.
I don't need to
You
respect.
don't have the respective behavior. You don't have a good behavior
So
at all.
if it's been 2 to 3 hours, we have a suspicion that you have drank it. So
And then
put it
I'm
up
just
to the-
refilling it as a cheating it for $2 coffee, coming back all the way. Okay. You sure about it?
You need to.
You're sure about it that you're saying that? You think that I'm gonna come back just for a small, whatever, medium coffee, and I would cheat and lie about it?
Well, we
That's
can't
what-
really
that's
tell
what
anything if
happened.
it's been 2 to 3 hours.
Even if me coming here is good enough, that you guys should have honored it. But that's the wrong attitude, because just the
It's been 2
immaturity.
to 3 hours.
It's immaturity
It's a
from your staff.
$2 coffee.
It's immature stuff. No. It's like you guys don't have an ethical sense.
So the whole story is he's contesting that he did not get a full cup of coffee. They poured too little in there, and he was busy, and he was coming back to try to recoup a little at the end of the day. It's a little crazy, and it's certainly annoying, but it's not out the realm of
It is annoying,
possibility.
and see, I don't know if Starbucks still does this, but I do know that Starbucks for a very long time, and a lot of people don't know this, but if you stayed in the store, you get a free refill.
Really?
Yeah, no one knew that. It was something
Really?
like
I didn't know that.
but if you left the store, because they don't advertise it, but if you left the store and come back, if it depends on which barista you have that
Right.
day, but you would have to pay for another cup of coffee. And so I can't help but wonder if he was trying to pull one of those, like, hey, can I get a free refill? This was 2 hours ago. Just make it hot again. Since it's been 2 or 3 hours, so he probably was like, oh, let me see if they can just get this hot again. And he's probably done this before,
Been there
which
4
is
years.
why they're fed up at this point. Like, no, you can't just get a free refill. You left. It's $2, so pay an extra $2 and stop being a cheapskate. So that's probably where their mindset is. But at the end of the day, this was like, I don't even know how long this recording was, but was it worth all that? Was it really worth it?
Right.
Is the Tim Hortons coffee coming out of y'all pockets? Is your paycheck going to be personally affected if you refill this man's cup of coffee?
Yeah.
No.
And that's not to say to give in, but it's just path of least resistance sometimes. You're making your day, however many minutes this video is, that much longer, and you're affecting the rest of your day, his day, everybody's day over something that you're going to have the cops called over this. You guys are really going to bring the cops into this?
Over a refill, $2.
Over a refill. And here's the thing, too. A lot of the places, speaking of a hack, this is a little bit of a hack, too. Depending on where you go, if you have a good relationship, if you bring your own cup, they'll just fill it if it's a black coffee. If you're not asking for all kinds of fancy stuff, I'm a black coffee drinker. I carry my own cup. I have a Yeti that I bring
And he's
everywhere.
a wasteful drinker, too.
I am.
You're right. He does bring it everywhere around, and then he leaves it on the counter more than halfway full and doesn't go back to it and then continues the same cycle all over again. Where's the lie?
Well,
Where's the
you
lie?
forgot the part where I'll get other cups of coffee throughout the day and also leave them other places. It's like a little scavenger hunt for myself. Like sometimes if I can catch them while they're still hot, I'll take a nice little hit off of it. It's nice to have that little.
There's so many times where he will leave before he goes to work, and then there's a coffee that's literally full to the top and just it's hot, and he's just left.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll forget that I'm not here for much longer, so I'll fill this cup and I'll be like, damn, and I'll be like, well, and then I won't throw it out. I'll just fill my Yeti and go. Yeah, and sometimes on special occasions I forget my keys or my phone. I have to come back. I'll take a hit off that bad boy before I go. I'll be like, ooh, that's still piping.
Man, these rude customers. I guess everyone is a little bit wrong today.
Yeah, there was a lot of duality here. There was a lot of
except the DoorDash driver.
He was.
Yeah, he was just fully 100% wrong here.
I don't blame the guy for ordering twice. I don't blame him for ordering to his home address. He did literally nothing wrong, I feel, in that one. The rest of these have been fairly both-sided, where the employee didn't have to be the way they were. The customer was clearly doing something more annoying than anything else. Although this guy lost me towards the end, where he was going, ethical, you gotta, come, dude. You're asking.
I mean,
where's your evidence? Trust me, bro. Stop.
Yeah,
No.
you're right. There was a point where I'm like, okay, this is just $2. Just pay the $2 or go to another Tim Hortons. Yeah. So
if your evidence is I'm here, that's the evidence. That's not evidence. They have to trust you, bro.
Yo, what is your cat doing?
Ollie. He hears people outside.
Oh.
Like, what's going on, my dudes?
Oh, you know what it is? Because when we're filming, we close the blinds. It's a lighting situation. And so that's probably, he's like, why are these blinds closed? And that's why he got under it and went over it.
Yeah, he's having an aerial moment. He's like, I want to be where the people are. Poor
an
guy.
Aerial moment?
Yeah, he's having an aerial moment.
I love that.
Aerial.
Wait, does that movie come out this weekend? The Wolverine one?
Yeah, I think it came out last night, as a matter of fact.
Oh, really?
I think. Let me know. When did Wolverine... did it come out, or does it come out in July? Because I'm not sure. I would figure that if it would have came out, I would have heard a lot more. But Ryan Reynolds has been kind of trying to downplay the movie a little bit.
Wow. Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's all kinds of rumors of rewrites and late refilmings and all kinds of stuff. So apparently it was kind of a mess. I don't know, though.
Oh, no. It's July 26th.
Okay. All right. So
it's like a month from now,
we'll
literally.
stop panicking there. It's probably all okay.
I don't care about Deadpool, y'all. I could care less, actually.
But she does like Wolverine.
I do like Wolverine because Wolverine is interesting and fascinating.
Very. And especially this portrayal by Hugh Jackman. Arguably one of the greatest castings in the history of movies. I mean, Marvel has two of them. They have two perfect castings that you cannot get any better. It's him. And that wasn't even Marvel.
Robert Downey Jr.
Absolutely. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man for Marvel, and Sony, let me give them proper credit, for their was it? Yeah, so HBO, whatever it was, the originals of the first X-Men stuff, they did a fantastic casting with Hugh Jackman for Wolverine. It was perfect. I guess you can say the same for Xavier as with Star Trek, man.
Okay.
But no, it's been a fun episode. Today we had so many really crazy little
well, I think
stories.
we only had 2 stories though, right?
Yeah, but I just like the craziness that was in the stories. There was a lot of insanity for those stories.
Yeah, the DoorDash one gets me every time.
I'll never understand why confrontation is... Look, we get it. You feel slighted. You want to blame somebody. But you can't have a taxi driver moment and you can't go back.
And I remember in the early days of Uber, it used to be, they don't do this anymore, but it used to be if you parked, like I would park outside the most expensive restaurants because they would receive an Uber order and then they would do it their algorithm would do it based on who's ever closer to the restaurant first. So I was always parked in New Canaan. I was always parked at the best restaurants and I always made at least $250 a day.
Let's go. And,
but the thing is, I would always send it I would be driving and sending food to the same people every day. It would be the most hilarious thing. To one point,
oh, that's good.
Someone was asking me, hey, do you want to be a driver? And of course I said no because like Uber tips you and stuff like that. You can get instant pay that day. But it was crazy. But my whole point is, after all that, I've never experienced any of that ever. And I'm so glad. And here's the thing. My older sister, Tanisha, she actually got suspended from Uber, but she was doing something wrong. You know what I mean? There's some people who you're like,
oh yeah, you don't weep.
Yeah, she was doing something wrong. Cause I'm like, how is it that I've never had any problems with Uber?
It's your sister.
So I was like, but I remember telling this story to my mom and we were all kind of like, she did something wrong. Like, I don't know if she did deliver the food or I don't know if because the thing is for them to suspend you, you have to have this pattern of, not handling the food.
Right. It's not a one-off. You get like this guy was saying, you get a violation.
Yeah.
Real quick though, I'm actually quite surprised you didn't think more about that opportunity with that restaurant. Because, man, I would have took that job. I would have I'll tell you why, too. Because, and this is only based off my Las Vegas experience. When you can get into a high-end place with high-end clientele, when you told me that you delivered the same people every day, that's a rapport. You go there long enough, if you keep going there week after week after week, they're going to start
No, but I didn't have...
stupid money.
With Uber, I had flexibility. If I wanted to turn off the app and go home, working for a restaurant, now I was choosing to be on their terms, their hours, their stuff, whereas I could go see a movie afterwards.
That's fair. I mean,
it was more about my freedom.
Yeah, I get, and that's really important too. Whenever you're trying to decide, money and all that stuff, you have to value what's most important. And if your freedom is most important and your time is most important, then that's absolutely the best way to go. For me, though, I've actually been really good about not hitting that damn table today. But yeah, I prioritize, that long-term money, man. I'll be that guy who delivers to the same people for 10 years. I'm going to be in their will.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm getting inheritance.
We Gucci.
Inheritance.
Any last words, inheritance?
Yes. You guys have yourselves a fantastic day. And if you need more of this wonderful, rude customer goodness, go find us anywhere where audio files are found.
Are you ever going to stop saying audio files? I hate the word. It sounds like we are in the LimeWire age
I'm bringing
of
things.
It back.
I've decided I'm leaning into my age. I'm no longer going to be I'm going to be hip.
He's 41.
Yeah. And I'm going to be 41 years of cool. And starting with audio files.
And that's what the 41-year-olds say.
Yeah. Because when everybody starts wearing audio files shirts, I don't want to hear it, okay?
Okay.
You don't get a part of that check. That's my check.
It's okay. You can keep the merch.
I get audio files
the merch profits from that.
Make her regret it, folks. I don't even have merch to sell you yet, but go make one and
You know what
I'll
my biggest
sell it.
pet peeve when people start projects and then they already have merch? Like no
It's
one knows.
right?
It's so cringe. Like no one even knows you and you want us to buy your merch? Like I hate that. That's cringe.
Well, that became really popular. People really started getting on that bandwagon. I did it, but I was, 5,000 subs when I did it, but still, I had a little bit of a base who was buying that merch.
I'm not doing that. We gotta have at least 100.
Oh, agreed.
100. No, well, 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, I would say.
Back then, when it was new, it was kind of cool. Nowadays, no, it's lame. Everybody does it. You can
It's
get
cringe.
You can get a spreadshirt.
Yeah.
You can get no.
Like
It's
I'm
super
just,
cringe.
I want to support people that, you know, they've been around for a minute, and so you're like, okay, like you feel happy about wearing their merch, and like you feel like it's justified. Like, yeah, they've actually put in that work. I don't want someone who just created a channel or an account last week and they're like, hey, buy my merch, and we're like, but who are you?
Buy that merch.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, anything. I'm sorry. I said anything. I meant to say anyways.
Anyways. Yeah.
Anyways, any last words? Because now I feel like we're rambling.
We are rambling, but it's fun sometimes. Yeah. I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave.
And this is the Rude Customers Podcast. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.